Well, good evening to everybody. Good evening. I hope you all are doing well this evening. Let me know if you all can hear me. Let me know if you all can hear me. I mean, we got to get in here. This is a code 5, a code 4, a code, I don't know what you want to call it, but get in here, get in here, get in here. Please make sure that you like and subscribe to the channel. Okay, make sure you subscribe to the channel, all right, so that you don't miss anything. Make sure that you bang that notification bell and get all of your notifications again, so you don't miss not a thing. Child, we gotta talk, y'all. We gotta talk because the bishop is out here doing some crazy things. So listen, please again, make sure that you, if you're not subscribed, make sure that you go ahead and subscribe, bang that notification bell again so that you don't miss anything. And also hit that like button to push this video up in the algorithm so that the people will know what exactly is going on. All right. So listen, y'all. Woo, we got to get into the bishop. The bishop, he has a new fraud charge against him allegedly. And we're gonna talk about it and we're gonna read the documents. All right. We're gonna read the documents. We're gonna read the documents about the counts. All right. You know, the crazy thing about this is, you can get up and do all that talking and all of this accusing of other folks of doing certain things and all kind of stuff like that. But baby, they catching up with you. They catching up with you, and you doing some big things. You doing some big things. You doing some big things. All right. So let's get into it, y'all. I have no clue what's going on with my allergies. I have no clue. I have no clue. But it seems like my nose been running all evening. But I'm make sure I get my goalies. Get your goalies today. Make sure you click that goalie link. Make sure you click that goalie link. Go ahead and get 10% off. You know, with this weather changing the way that it is, make sure you are stocked up on your goalies and make sure you head over to Walgreens, CVS, Walmart, and also get your elderberry and make sure you get you some vitamin D. Whichever one that may be, you make sure you get some vitamin D. Okay, get you some vitamin D. It makes all things better. Yes, indeed, it does. That vitamin D makes all things better. All right. All right, listen. What's going on to my girl Nola Reed? You know, I have manners, so I have to speak to my people. What's going on, Nola Reeds? What's going on, Simply Elegant One? What's going on, Chef Don Don? What's going on, Too Feisty? What's going on, Louisiana Chick? What's up with it, Miss Joyce? What's not free Jaguar right? No, Jaguar right is exactly where she need to be. Hey, Miss Vernita Salter, how are you? What's going on, Gigi? What's going on, Geneva? What's going on, Miss Mia? What's going on, Aunt Natty? How are you? How are you? I enjoy Jaguar videos. It is giving me medicine for the week, baby. It's a key, ain't it? What's going on, Nikki P? What's going on again, GG? What's up, Katrina? Let's see what's going on. Ranting with Ricardo. Y'all make sure we having game night on Ranting with Ricardo's channel. So make sure that you head over there and make sure you're on time so that you don't miss it and you'll know what's going on. You'll know what's going on. All right. These allergies are in this. Oh my God, in this pollen. Yeah, it's crazy out here. What's going on? What's going on? What baby? We about to get into it. What's going on, Sharice? What's going on, Nikki? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Well, good evening. I hope I didn't skip over nobody. Good evening. I know there's 27 of you in here thus far. Make sure you hit that like button. What's going on, Sharice? Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that like button. Okay, listen. I was minding my business, and baby, I seen Miss Pam go live earlier today. Pam Esquire, the law intellect. She had went live earlier today with some breaking news about the bishop. Some breaking news about the bishop. It's also being reported by the New York Daily News. It's also being reported by the New York Post. So you know them $20 million lawsuits that the bishop got out on Larry Reed and King Jobs. He might want to get rid of them lawsuits, baby, because all of these other places is reporting it. And just why how you be wanting these blogs and stuff to report everything else, baby, they done picked up and reported on this too. And we are speaking of the Shade Room Neighborhood Talk and such. He always tagging them. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. But before we get into anything, please, 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 if you would like to bless the channel, it is greatly needed and appreciated here. Please, please go ahead and bless the channel. Cash App $ Chef Down Down 2 or via Venmo at Chef Down Down 2. All right, so what I'm going to do first is I'm going to get briefly into this article, and then we're going to read the actual documents that we do have. All right, these are the actual court documents that we do have here. Okay, now this goes in to say that Brooklyn's bling bishop Lamor Whithead has been hit with a new fraud charge, federal prosecutor said on Wednesday. Whitehead told a bank his business had $2 million. And child, by the time they looked into it, baby, it had less than $10 in it. A superseding indictment filed in Manhattan federal court details. Okay. In January of 2018, Mr. Man applied for a $250,000 business loan the first time, all right, for his company, Anointing Management Services, LLC, and submitted fake documents on his online loan application, prosecutors said. Now, this is from 2018. Mind you, this man has 4 counts that are going to be against him. Okay. Now, this goes on to 2019, including an application for a $1.3 million mortgage to fund the purchase of his 6 bedroom, 7 bath, I believe that's Paramus, New Jersey mansion the feds have charged. Now, this goes into prior detail about what's going on as far as his indictment back from December. But the crazy thing is, y'all, him trying to get things done over there at that church that he do not own. He just listed as a trustee. He was supposed to be getting financing for that church, and it made them dig into more stuff. So, baby, we're gonna get into these documents. Give me just a second. But again, make sure that you like this video as you come on in here. Make sure you like this video as you come on in here. Give me just a second, and we are going to. I'm going to share my screen. Hold on. Okay, can we see this? Yes, it is here. It is here. It is here. It is here. Okay, so we are going to read these documents. Okay, now this is saying the United States of America versus Lamar Whitehead. The charges in this indictment arise from a course of conduct in which Lamar Whitehead, the defendant, sought money and other things of value from victims on the basis of either threats or false promises that the victim's investments with Whitehead would benefit the victims financially. In fact, Whitehead, who leads a church in Brooklyn, New York, intended and did defraud the victims by taking their money and other properties with no intentions of investing it, returning it, or enriching the victims. Okay. Now, this is just far. This we ain't even got into the counts just yet. We have not even gotten into the counts just yet. For at least I'm sorry, from at least in or about April 2020 up to and including in or about July 2021, Lamar Whitehead, the defendant, elected approximately 90,000 from an individual who attended his church. Now, this is victim one. Okay, this is victim one who attended his church. He got $90,000 from them. Now, through a series of cell phone and internet communications with victim one and her son, and we remember this was also named in his first indictment back in December. Okay, this was in his first indictment back in December. So let me get back into it. So it goes on to say that under the terms of their agreement, Whitehead would use the money to assist victim one in obtaining a home, and after doing so, Whitehead would otherwise be able to use the money as an investment in his real estate businesses. However, shortly after victim one transferred Whitehead the money from her retirement savings, Whitehead instead used victims one money to purchase thousands of dollars of luxury goods and clothing, and he continued to use victim one's money for his own purposes. Whitehead never held victim one obtain never helped victim one obtain a home and has not returned victim one's money despite her request that he do so. Okay, thus far, again, we are getting into this first indictment that he originally had. Now, give me just a second. I want to let me see here. Now, in case if you don't know what a superseding indictment is, it's a formal accusation brought by a grand jury that replaces a previously filed indictment and changes, adds, or delete charges and or the defendants. Okay, so meaning that pretty much any change that they make, any drastic change that they make, it supersedes the original indictment that they had out for him. Okay, so I just want to give that just in case. I wanted to make sure we get details. We get details. Now, again, this is in regards to the $90,000 investment that he told this lady that he would get her home and all of that stuff. Well, they're saying right now that he has made promises to pay her back and different things. They had different agreements, and unfortunately, he never lived by any of those agreements. Now, going into further into this article, in or about April and May of 2022, just last year, Lamar Whitehead, the defendant, attempted to convince a businessman, victim two, to lend Whitehead approximately $500,000 and give him a stake in certain real estate transactions. Whitehead told victim two that in exchange for this money and interest in real estate transaction, Whitehead would obtain favorable actions by the New York City government from victim two that would enrich both Whitehead and victim two. Sounds like scamming right there. Now, when Whitehead knew that he had no ability to obtain such actions despite the knowledge, Whitehead told victim two that he would make millions. All right. And let me put this down here, child. Hold on. There we go. Oh, this is not how I wanted this. Okay. Now it goes on to say, near the beginning of the relationship with victim two, Lamar Whitehead, the defendant, also used threats of force to obtain $5,000 from a business owned by the victim two. At the direction of law enforcement, victim two made the payment to Whitehead. Now, wait a minute. At the direction of law enforcement, victim two made the payment to Whitehead. Mm, ding, 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 ding. Some ain't right with that. Some ain't right with that. Some ain't right with that. Let me read that again to y'all. Near the beginning of his relationship with victim two, Lamar Whitehead, the defendant, also used threats of force to obtain $5,000 from a business owned by victim two. At the direction of law enforcement, victim two made the payment to Whitehead. Woo, okay. Keep on going. Let's keep on going. Now, during the course of the investigation into the conduct of Lamar Whitehead, the defendant, special agents of Federal Bureau of Investigation executed a search warrant for cell phones on the person of Whitehead. Whitehead told the agents that he owned only the cell phone in which he had on his person. When Whitehead knew that he, in fact, had a second cell phone, phone number two, which he regularly used before and after the execution of the warrant, including to send a text message in which Whitehead identified phone two as my other phone. Shortly after telling the agents that he had no other phones. All right. So there he go again, lying to the federal agents, letting them know that he did not have a second phone. Bishop Whitehead lied to the FBI, saying that he only had the one phone in which was on him. All right. What's going on to everybody that is coming in? Please make sure you hit that like button. Oh, excuse me. Please, please, please make sure you hit that like button. Hey, Francine, they trying to make sure you are right. Okay. All right, let me keep on reading. Let me keep on reading. Oh, excuse me. All right, now this is count one. The grand jury charges. The allegations contained in paragraph 1 through 5 above are hereby repeated, okay, alleged and incorporated by reference as it fully states, I'm sorry, as it fully set forth herein. Okay, so this basically just saying that basically what we just read has been repeated again in his first count of wire fraud. Okay, so mind you, again, Bishop has 4 counts: one, wire fraud; two, attempted wire fraud; three, attempted extortion; four, false statements; and then I think there's some other ones that he forfeited. So listen, this is a lot, but let me get back into count one. Now from at least or in about April 2020 up to and including in or about June 2021. Okay, I think I read that. I think I read that. Actually, no, this is a little bit different. Okay, so from at least in or about April 2020 up and to including in or about June 2021 in the Southern District of New York and elsewhere, Lamar Whitehead, the defendant, having devised and intended to devise a scheme and and to defraud and obtain money and property by means of false and fraudulent pretenses, representations, and promises, transmitted and caused to be transmitted by means of wire, radio, and television communication. Ooh. In the interstate and foreign commerce, writing, signs, signals, pictures, and songs for the purposes of executing such scheme. Ooh. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something about that about Bishop. Let me tell you something about Bishop. Let me tell you something about Bishop. Uh, sir, you attempting wire fraud to actually see this written out like this is crazy. Now, Whitehead made material representations to victim one and her son to obtain money from victim one. Ah, mm, mm, mm. Real estate investments in which he received in part through the use of interstate wire, when he in fact intended to use the investment and in whole or in part for personal purposes. Okay, so they're saying that basically what he did, trying to use this for personal gain and personal use, has finally got caught up with him and gotten him into some trouble. Okay, so whew. Hold on one second, y'all. I told y'all my allergies was bothering me a little bit. Hold on one second. Hey, hey, smart cookie. Nah, it don't look good. It don't look good. It don't look good. It don't look good. All right. Now, this is count two, child. This is count two. Attempted wire fraud. Attempted wire fraud. So this goes on to say the allegations. They are repeated again. Okay, so these are repeated again. Okay, for the second attempt of wire fraud. So let's get into the third count. Count three, attempted extortion. All right. The allegations contained in paragraph 1 through 5 above hereby repeated, uh, alleged, and incorporated by reference as if fully set forth herein. This goes in to say from in or about February 2022 through in or about April 2022 in the Southern District of New York and elsewhere. Lamar Whitehead, the defendant, knowingly and willingly committed and attempted to commit extortion, as that term is defined in 18 USC, and then the court numbers. I don't know about all that. Now, by obtaining and attempting to obtain money and property from another person, which his consent, which consent was and would have been induced by the wrongful use of actual and threatened force, violence, and fear, thereby would and did obstruct, delay, and affect commerce and the movement of articles. Okay, now I'm assuming this is just like court talk in regards to the extortion, but bottom line is he tried to extort somebody. All right, this also goes on to say this is another allegation that is been repeated from paragraph 1 through 5, and I think that's just something that they put. Now this is the fourth count. The fourth count is most definitely that of false statements. Okay. Now, on or about June the 8th of 2022, in the Southern District of New York and elsewhere, Lamar Whitehead, the defendant in a matter within the jurisdiction of the executive branch of government of the United States, knowingly and willingly falsified and covered up by a trick, scheme, and device a material fact, made a materially false, fictitious, I hope I said that right, and fraudulent statement and representations, to wit, during the execution of the search warrant for cell phones on Whitehead's persons. Whitehead told special agents of the Federal Bureau of Investigations that he owned only the cell phone which was then on his person, when Whitehead knew that he in fact used phone 2. Again, he used phone 2 to text phone 1, and when he did that, I don't really know. It doesn't really say what the thing says. It doesn't really say what the thing says. All because he wanted to set up robbery to come to us with the bull stuff. Okay, listen. Would you all please go ahead and bless the channel if you may? It is scrolling across the bottom of the screen. Cash App $ Chef Down 2, or via Venmo at Chef Down 2 as well. All right, bringing you a little bit of tea today. Okay, all right. Um, Now this is forfeiture allegations. Now, this is as a result of committing the offense alleged in counts 1 and 2 of this indictment. Lamar Whitehead, the defendant, shall forfeit to the United States, pursuant to the title United States Code, and then of course it has all the code, any and all property, real and personal. Um, Hold on 1 second, y'all. Okay, sorry about that. I don't want to be blowing my nose and y'all hearing it and things like that. Okay, now I lost my place. Commissions of said offense. To the commissions of said offense, including but not limited to the sum of money in the United States currency, representing the amount of proceeds. Okay, so this basically is just saying, that he's making false statements in regards to this stuff right here. All right, but it's also saying that he's going to have to forfeiture all of these allegations that are being made against him. These are all new counts. Okay. Now he had the same original 3 counts. And because they added a new count, all right. And this is false statements. Okay, so he made false statements to the police about the cell phone. He also made false statements in regards to how he got his home and his mortgage. Okay, he also still has other loans out here that he seems to be falsifying the documents on per document records him. But this is just bottom line again, just showing that look, dude, as much as you want to and as hard as you want to, you can't get over on these people. They're just not gonna let you do it. They're just not gonna let you do it. Now, this just goes in and it kind of repeats what is up here as well as far as the false statements. But this is in regards to the counts that he have. Now, from what I understand, his next court date is set for the 8th of April, maybe something like that. Let me see. Um, no, and maybe the 7th or something like that. But anyway, he is going to have to be um since this is a new charge, it's just like it's starting to happen all over again. Like it's fresh. It's fresh all over again. But this man is out here doing crazy stuff. He trying to get churches and different stuff like that when he need to just let them people alone, let them people have that building. Because at this particular point, sir, you have done the uttermost. You have done the most. You have done the most. Okay, but I want to get into this here really quick. Um, Hold on 1 second. We're gonna talk about this. How's him? Yeah, they may revoke his bond, or I was listening to Pam Esquire, the law intellect, but she was also saying that they could revoke his bond, or you know, if he did have a bond available, it would be pretty high. Pretty high. Okay. So let's go ahead and get into this article here. Oh, okay. Anyway, controversial Brooklyn Bishop Lamar Whitehead fabricated bank records in an attempt to finance his $1 million New Jersey mansion. Federal prosecutors charged in a new indictment on Wednesday to get a mortgage approved. To get a mortgage approved, for the sprawling premise estate, Whitehead 44 altered bank records to make it appear that an LLC he controlled had an average balance of more than 2 million when it actually had less than $10, the feds allege. The church leader who made headlines in 2022 when he was robbed at gunpoint of more than 1 million in jewels in front of his congregation also allegedly created a fake bank account as part of the scheme to get the mortgage loan in 2019. Now, the pastor fabricated bank records from AMS LLC from at least or about October 2018 up to and including February 2019 in effort to obtain a mortgage that exceeds more than 1.3 million uh, to purchase his home in Premise, New Jersey. Manhattan federal prosecutors wrote in the indictment. Okay, sorry, I didn't see that they had cut it off. Okay, now Whitehead, who was arrested by federal agents and hit with 4 charges in December of 2022, was slapped with an additional count of wire fraud related to alleged fabricated information linked to the LLC. Now that's the reason why he does have 2 counts of wire fraud now. All right, or he has. Wait a minute, let me go back to this. Yeah, he has 2 counts of wire fraud. Okay, 2 counts of wire fraud. Well, an attempted wire fraud and a count of actual wire fraud. Then false statements. Okay, did I get that right? No, I'm right. Got 2 counts of wire fraud and then attempted extortion. That was the other one. Attempted extortion. Okay. So let's get back into this. This does say attempted wire fraud. So he has a charge of wire fraud, attempted extortion, and then false statements. Okay. Now getting back into this here really quick. All right. Now this goes on to say that the feds allege he applied for a fraudulent $250,000 business loan using the LLC Anointed Management Services uh, misrepresenting the finances of the actual company. Now, Whitehead was not granted the loan according to the indictment. It's unclear if the $1.3 million mortgage was approved. Did y'all just hear that? It's unclear if it was approved. Now, Whitehead leads a small congregation, all right, in this small section of Brooklyn called Leaders of Tomorrow International Ministries, where he preaches a prosperity gospel and asks his followers to sow or donate money to the church. Now, the pastor, who has ties with Mayor Eric Adams, dated back to 2013, drives luxury cars, wears designer Uchi Lucci and not designer suits, okay, and pricey jewelry during his church services, as well as his recent appearance in federal courts. Okay, he went to federal court in one of them Lucci Uchi and no Gucci suits. Okay, all right, that's what he did. That's what he did. Now you remember I told you guys back some time ago. What's going on, sis? Prosperity. What's going on? What's going on? I told you guys some time ago that they had put in something to go ahead and foreclose on his actual home because allegedly he is 4 to 5 months behind in his mortgage payment. But again, we don't know if that actual mortgage was approved by that bank. It's unclear. So this is crazy. And I think all of this is going to come out in the buttermilk. Okay. Now, let's keep on going. After his arrest in December, the Post viewed a white Rolls Royce SUV and a white Mercedes G Wagon parked in the driveway of the premises state, which boasts 6 bedrooms and 7 bathrooms. Now, Whitehead was previously charged for allegedly scamming a parishioner out of $90,000 and blowing it on luxury goods. Now, he also faces an extortion charge for another scam in which he allegedly promised to use his influence to get favorable actions from the city in real estate deals. Whew, it's a lot, ain't it? This is a lot, ain't it? Mhm. Now, Whitehead was robbed at gunpoint while preaching in his small church by a trio of masked bandits who forced him to the floor during this robbery. Now, two of the alleged robbers were charged in Brooklyn federal court and have pleaded not guilty. Now, Whitehead faces dozens of years in prison if he is convicted on all of these counts. We are going to be fighting these allegations, his attorney, Don Falerio, said Wednesday. Lamar Whitehead will be pleading not guilty when he is arraigned on the and then indictment, and he denies those charges. Crazy thing is again, he does have to be arraigned again, and again he could get his bond revoked. There could be a multitude of things that could happen. Listen, one thing about it though, and two things for sure. They have a lot of evidence on this man. A lot of evidence on this man. And so, with that being said, and him being the headlines and everything, it's just really weird that he wants to continue to keep coming after people who report on what he's doing. Go over there to the New York Post. The New York Post posted you because he's still out right now. So he I don't think his next arraignment for whatever reason is not scheduled until April sometime. But the crazy thing about it is when you Google his name and just look into, I mean, Yahoo is reporting it, the New York Daily News is reporting it, the New York Post, the Inner City Press. Um, so now the Inner City Press, I read this to you guys the other day where he was denied something in regards to his bond. Something in regards to his bond. He was denied. It's a long, 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 long document. What I could do is put the link in the description of this actual video, and then you guys can go check it out. But on the Inner City Press, it's just saying that Pastor Lamar Whitehead out on a $500,000 bond is denied on a four more motions, and those are the motions that I described to you the other day. One of those motions being he was trying to keep the public from being able to talk about this. He wanted it to keep it out of the public's eye. But here's my thing: you stay when you was out here really trying to put out all these salacious things about Larry Reed and everybody else. The thing about it is, at the end of the day, you got to eat everything that you put out. And so when you put this stuff out, the blogs picked it up because you stay tagging the blogs again when you want to talk about predatorial stuff. Then you want to tag the blogs, neighborhood talk, shade room, teenage say shade room for the teenagers, and all kind of stuff like that when that's not even necessary. You got to get somewhere, sit down and calm down and like get it together. I don't understand. This man consistently stays in trouble. Like, I don't get it. He went live last night, but when he went live last night, and I think people saw it, it was too late. And then he deleted the live. But again, like I said, you putting out these allegations. Not only that, but his ex-wife, the mother of his other children, has spoken out and said what type of father he is. So that's also being alleged. I don't think that she's done anything, as in regards to like charges or anything of that sort. But this man right here just continues to just, I mean, do the most. He just keeps doing the most. And at some point, you got to understand, dude, you are going to be caught. You are going to be caught. You cannot get away with doing the things that you are doing. And we're not talking those small amounts like $90,000, whether we want to say it or not. I mean, if you got $90,000 to just splurge, if you got $9,000 to just splurge, I mean, you can go and send it over here. You know what I'm saying? It ain't doing nothing but going back into the channel. I'm just saying at the end of the day, like, dude, what you doing is big amounts, it's large amounts. You are really out here trying to scam the system. You know what I'm saying? You're trying to scam the system. This is how we know and why everyone assumed that the robbery was fake, because it seems like if you're gonna be scamming, it seems like like you are literally trying to pull money in from this, and this is just crazy. It's crazy to me. Hey Kiana, what's going on? What's going on? The chicken have been to come home to Rose. Child, he wanted attention, he got it. Yeah, he got it. He got it. He most definitely got it. He most definitely again will be arraigned in this process because of the superseding indictment. Okay. And again, if you don't know what a superseding indictment is, it's a formal accusation um, brought by a grand jury that places a previous filed indictment and changes, it adds or deletes charges and or defendants. Okay. And or defendants. I don't know. I don't know. I was saying that the other day. Like, the weird thing about it is, again, and he honestly shouldn't be suing any type of blogger, because at the end of the day, like, there were other places that literally reported on this, such as the Inner City Press. They've been keeping up with this. If you don't know what the Inner City Press is, it's just like a blog for church folks. You know what I'm saying? Um, Not only that, you have the Department of Justice. Okay, what you gonna go up against them? The United States Attorney's Office of the Southern District of New York. Are you going up against them for posting this stuff about you? You know, it's just crazy to me how you continue to keep doing this and then want to get away with it. Now, y'all remember on Monday, December the 19th of 2022, was his original indictment for fraud, extortion, and false statements. So he had one count of fraud, one count of extortion, and one of false statements. Now he has all of these other charges that we just read. So he now has count one. Count one is wire fraud. Okay. Count two is attempted wire fraud. Count three is attempted extortion. And count four is false statements. You making false statements about those cell phones. You making false statements to the bank. Different stuff like that. Like, dude, you gotta get it together. You gotta get it together. Listen, as you guys can see, YouTube is playing. YouTube is playing with my numbers and stuff like that. Can y'all please like the video? I don't know how many likes we got. We got 35 likes. Just keep on. I mean, if you forgot, it's okay. Just can you like the video? Please, please, please like the video. Please, please, please. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And then if y'all feeling like it, please, please go ahead and show some love to the channel. Please, please.
Please, 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 please. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you.
We sure appreciate it. We appreciate it over here. We sure appreciate it. Okay. So yeah, those are that's the news on the Bishop child. He is just out here cutting up, out here cutting up. And then not only that, y'all know this past week, okay, baby, I have reported to y'all and let y'all know that right now he is currently in bankruptcy court as well. Now you ask, why is he in bankruptcy court? Well, he is in bankruptcy court because that church that he is filming in currently right now, the one that he got robbed in, they ain't in it no more. Okay, they're not in it no more. But the one that he currently in right now, he tried to evict them people up out that place, all right, and try to have his church service up in there. And he tried to add this to his bankruptcy. Okay, he tried to add it to the bankruptcy, but the judge ain't having it. Judge is not having it. Now, one thing I will say though is it seems like the bishop has a tie of some sort to the NYPD where he knows someone on the force, right? Now we know that Eric, what's his name? Mayor, whatever his name is, he used to be on the police force, the chief of police as well. So, at the end of the day, it's just like this man just keep on, keep it on, stirring up mess and just doing all kind of stuff. Um, wire fraud is going to be wire fraud gonna be that takedown and that extortion and the false statements to the FBI. Like you can't be lying to these people, telling these people you only got one phone and you got two phones, and they know you got two phones, but they just trying to see what you trying to say. Mayor Adam, that's his name. That's his name. Well, and so it seemed like he got ties to the people down there at the church. Now, what he did do when I saw the videos, because I actually saw the video footage. Now, Pam Esquire, I did post the link the other day. Pam Esquire um broke the news the other day with an actual video of the NYPD breaking the locks because they had an emergency hearing last Friday that the other church would have access to that church, right? Now, even though Bishop Lamor Whithead is named in the actual trust, he had no permission, no obligation. He was not supposed to be able to get into that church at all, right? So what they did, I forget the name of the church. I wish I had the document in front of me, but they actually they called the locksmith to try to get the locks removed that Bishop Whitehead had put on the actual church. They're trying to get the locks moved, trying to get the locks cut off, different stuff like that. The locksmith is there. Then here comes someone on the NYPD. They come up and literally tell them, y'all need to call y'all boss. Okay, that's exactly what they said. You need to call your boss. Boss meaning bishop, the Bishop Lamo. Okay, but y'all know what I call him over here, Bishop Bush. That I mean, because I don't understand. You really can't be calling yourself no bishop, dude. You really, really can't. But anyway, so that went down, right? So he's telling these people this that they got another. He filed another motion with the courts to have an emergency hearing in which his attorneys, I mean the attorneys of the other people, they do go to court as of tomorrow. Okay, so hopefully we'll have an update on that particular end of it. I'm just gonna assume this superseding indictment. I'm not no lawyer. I don't know nothing about this stuff. Okay, I don't work for the courtroom. I know that there are certain people who think that just because they are trial support court experts that they know about all of this stuff. But I ain't going to be one to get up here and lie to you and tell you that I know what's going on. But just by listening to other people, they are alleging that this particular superseding indictment can really affect what he thinks he's getting from this church, meaning that he might lose this case. Okay, because basically you try to evict these people, but you was just listed as a trustee on the trust, and what your obligations was at the particular time. I want to say I can't remember what one of them was, but I know the other one was he had to get financing for the church. He had to get financing. If he could not have gotten financing, okay, then that would be the only thing that would hinder him from getting the church. See, let me just say this. Let me say this. I've never understood why we create churches on the back of being in debt. Look, if you owe a mortgage on the church or whatever the case may be, that's understandable. But a lot of times I think we cause a lot of debt, all right? We cause a lot of our own debts, and then we want to put it off on the members and all of that kind of stuff. And that's not what it is. Like flip-flopping around from church building to church building because your pastor can't pay the bills to keep the bills up. Let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it a buck. It's almost like, what are you doing with this money? He clearly was using this. I don't know about the money from the church, but clearly just that investment in itself, when he telling this lady that he could do something with her money, she literally gives this man all of his life savings. I mean, all of her life savings. Okay. In an attempt to get an investment for a property. This man lied to her, went and bought Lucci, Uchi, Gucci, and no Louis Vuitton suit, no Gucci. I mean Lucci, Uchi, and right from the down from the we all got us a little ghetto mall, okay? Everywhere got a ghetto mall, all right. And when I say ghetto mall, I'm talking about the little hood knockoff stuff that they be selling in the little ghetto mall strip. Everybody got one in the town they from or in the town they live in. And we not about to play like they don't. That is where he be getting his stuff from. I know. Because we ain't never seen no Gucci suit that look like that. Okay. We ain't seen none of them suits that look like that. What's going on, Kim and Nicole? What's going on? What's going on? We ain't never seen no Lucha Uchi suits. Okay. And I another thing, it is literally still people out here who going up for this man. And I'm not talking about playing and pretending and trolling. I'm talking about real people out here that are literally going up for this clown. Because that's exactly what this man is. You really think that you can prove to the courts that you have lost $20 million in what? I mean, you're acting like this robbery and you putting this robbery out and people laughing or kikiing at the robbery saying it's fake is what caused you to lose money. And it ain't cost you to lose no 20 million by the sound of it. It may have cost you $2. Get out of here. You didn't even take offering that Sunday. You said you was doubling up the offering the next Sunday. It ain't my business that you got robbed the first Sunday. If you didn't take up offering that Sunday, only trying to hit my pockets double the next Sunday because you got robbed. That ain't my business, okay? That is not my business. Blessings to you. Because you got robbed, not me. So you gonna double up on my tithes the next week because you got robbed. Well, I didn't get paid this week. So therefore, I paid my tithes last week, and that's your business. But I'm not doubling up just because you got robbed. Okay. And it really does make you think, like, have you guys gotten into the finances of the actual church itself? That's something I want to know. Like, have you guys gotten into the actual finances for the church? Because if that's a tax-free entity, okay, um Are we playing with the finances? I'm trying to understand, because did the finances that he's getting every Sunday from the church, did it go into this new church? Did it try to go in to help him getting financing for this new church? Listen, this man ain't nothing but a bunch of trouble. And eventually, no matter how much you get up trying to expose this person, that person, no matter how hard you try to do it, these folks is going to always be on your tail. Even if it does come out that you are innocent. Okay? Even if it does come out that you are innocent. Anybody that pulls up your name, all of this stuff is going to forever follow you. Excuse me. Chef, you image and I can disbelieve that you will put this plot out against the bishop. Baby, I ain't put the plot out. The court did. The court said it. The court said it, and the people said it. Okay, the judge said it. But on a real, like on real, keeping it a buck, like this is really crazy though. And it's almost, so there were also some allegations. So you know that he been working tight with Lil Boosie over there. Lil Boosie. I don't know what you want to call her. She looked like her Lil Boosie could be twins. Y'all know who I'm talking about. I refuse to say her name over here. Please don't say it in the comment section either. And if mods, if you see it, go on and delete it. But you know, he over there teaming up with that no good woman over there. That is a documented liar. Okay, documented down in the court system, in the court papers, okay, in the court minutes that she be lying, okay. That's what it is. Now I had told y'all some months ago, before this little documentary came out, where she allegedly interviewed one of Larry Reed's accusers or whatever the case. I told y'all, I said, and I actually put up a picture in Patreon. And I told y'all, I said, I don't know what these two got cooking up. And it was a picture of the documented liar and a picture of the bishop. I said, I don't know what these two got cooking up, but I guarantee you something getting ready to come out. Not too long after that, a couple weeks after that, that trailer for that little documentary came out that she did with the accused. And see, this is the type of stuff that I be talking about. See, if these people that are accusing Larry Reed, and see, I haven't spoke of this, and I'm not going to get too deep into it, but if the people who are accusing Larry Reed have to come out on a platform on somebody who doesn't like him, does that not make you side eye what you listening to and what you hearing? Listen, I'm not for at any time saying that those people aren't believable. But my thing is, when you are literally sitting up talking to my ops, okay, when you are literally sitting up talking to the person that I do not like, that do not like me, and then you want to sit up and do it, and like it just doesn't come off authentic, and it doesn't come off as if you have any real issues. Like it seems like you want to start and stir up some drama. It just doesn't make sense to me. If I really wanted to come out about an allegation against someone, why would I go to the person that I've seen trample this person down over the internet for the last few months? That means I'm not being genuine. That means that I'm really not trying to get the real story out. You can call it what you want to, but for me, that is not genuine. For you to go and sit on somebody's platform that does not like me or I don't like them. If you're going to come out, I feel like come out in your own way. Don't allow another person to force you because they don't like that person. That's foul. That's foul. I don't care how you look at it. That is one of the reasons why I haven't said much in regards to this, and I'm still not going to. But I just truly, honestly believe if you have an issue with a person, or you know that the person that you are accusing of something has an issue with the person that you're actually talking to, that's a problem. That is a problem, and it doesn't seem sincere and it doesn't seem genuine. You know, and I guess, you know, people can kind of feel how they want to, but I just feel like at the end of the day, if you was real about it, you would have, I mean, you would have done this in a better way. You wouldn't have got with my ops to tell a story on me. That's just it don't work like that. It don't work like that. And see, that's one of those things to where real people who may have real issues where they have been harmed, touched, or whatever the case may be, it makes it makes it hard for them to come out. So we got to do better. I don't like it, and I'm gonna go on record and say I don't like it. Okay, I don't like it, and it's foul to me. It is absolutely foul. Don't play in my face. If you really, really felt some type of way about something that I did or said, go go talk to the right people. Don't go talk to my enemy, okay? Because my enemy don't make as much money as I do. And I said what I said. But I'm not saying me. I'm just saying in general. In that particular situation. But again, like I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I told y'all they was plotting and cooking up something to come at us with the bull. And we just ain't here for it. We ain't here for it. Okay. Listen, I ain't hopping off of here until I get a love donation. Okay. Not until I get a love donation. We went through all of these counts and ain't none of y'all show no love. But y'all did like the video. I do appreciate that. But show your boy some love. Show your boy some love. Whether it's $2, $3, $4, $5, you know, whatever God places on your heart. Okay, listen. Hold on one second, because most of you guys know that I've been following this case, and I need to look up something really, really quick. Give me just a second. Um, Dang, it's the wrong link. Hold on one second, y'all. Hold on. I want to look at something here really quick because I have been following this case, and I want to say his court date was today. Um, Okay. Yeah, here we go. Hold on a minute. Thank you for dropping in some reminders, Kiana. Thank you. Thank you for letting them know. Thank you for letting them know what time it is. What time it is. Thank you, Chrislyn, for the cash amp. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Oh, oh. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, I am getting ready to check something here really. Oh no! Hold on one second, y'all. Uh-uh. Sorry for the bang. Okay, let's see here. Don't leave me out. Mm. I know you lying. Oh, I spelled his last name wrong. Okay. Okay, so I no. I'm good. I'm good. I had to get my charger before my phone died. I had to get my charger before my phone died. However, However, for those of you who have been following me when it comes to the Martel Hair case, okay, now if you don't know, this is the young man who allegedly, was doing some things to his daughters, and he had a warrant out for his arrest for about a month before they actually caught him. He kept saying he was gonna go turn himself in. Now I've been keeping up with his court dates. Now he had a court date as of today at 1:30 p.m. Okay. So this is what it says, and I'm gonna do my due diligence and make a separate video, but I just want to update you guys on this. So says at 3:21 p.m. defendant Martel Deontay Hare not in court, but in custody. Prosecuting attorney Jeremy Richard Hager in court for the state of Wisconsin. Case set for status of counsel. So basically, um, he has not. They were at some point. I think they did have a bond set for him, but he hasn't been able to actually get that bond, meet that bond. So his next hearing is scheduled for the 27th of this month. Um, Listen, is this? I believe them young babies. I believe them young queens. I do. And so, with that being said, if you out here being a predator or whatever the case may be, just at this particular point, you just need to do whatever you got to do, and stay locked up. Okay, stay locked up because you ain't nothing, dude. You are nothing. I mean, this is the same person who they said I'm saying the girlfriend was working with the police and all that kind of stuff. So I don't got nothing for him. But apparently, he hasn't made bond. Now, in case if you don't know, he does have first degree child conduct or sexual intercourse with a person under the age of 13. And another one of his charges is incest with a child. Now, the felony B, all right, I think if I'm not mistaken, and I've said this in probably every one of those videos in regards to him, I want to say it's 20 to 65 years in prison, and then the other one is a fine not exceeding up to $100,000, and I believe 20 years. So both of the crimes are bad to commit. Okay, and so with that being said, if he is found guilty, then that is what it's going to be. Okay, now the first degree child SA. The offense date was back to November the 1st of 2013. And the second count, the offense date was November the 20th of 2022. So yeah, I'm gonna do that. Chef, did you ever read? No, I didn't. But thank you for reminding me about that because I need to go do that. I need to do that. We might do that tomorrow. We might do that tomorrow. He need to say serve every second too. Sure do. He need to be put up under that prison in that jail, baby. Sure do. Sure do. Listen, y'all gonna again bless the channel. I wanted to bring y'all that tea on the bishop. On the bishop, on the bishop, on the bishop. Listen, I appreciate you guys. Hopefully, I'm trying to be very, very consistent. And as you can see, YouTube is playing with our numbers. So please, please, please make sure that you remember to set your notifications to all. Make sure that you hit that like button. Okay, hit that like button. And with that being said, y'all, that's the tea for today. That is the tea for today. I'll be back again in the morning. We have some other things that we are going to talk about, but I do think that we are going to get into that letter to the judge. I don't know. I may have to do that by itself because that letter to the judge, I think like 3 pages. So it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. But yeah, we'll get into it. Again, thank you for all the donations and the love that you guys send over because you don't have to, but it is so appreciated that you do this because this is going right back into the channel. Now, just to let you guys know, I'm just gonna give you a brief heads up. For those of you who participated in the Best Reality TV Star 2K23 Award Show, we do have some interactive, exciting things coming forward for you guys over the next few months, just to keep the momentum and the drive going. So be on the lookout for those things. The donations that you send over is just going right back into these projects that I'm doing. And again, I appreciate you all. The Don Dons, y'all dope. Y'all ride for your boy. And with that being said, y'all make sure tonight y'all join us over on Ranting with Ricardo's page in about an hour and 20 minutes or so for game night. It is going to be dope. We always have a good kiki in the comments. Even if you don't play, we still have a good kiki. We laugh, we have a good time. So please, simply elegant one, can you drop that link in the chat and let them know? Okay, let them know what time it is. Okay, let them know where they can find that link at. All right. Now, what I want to do. So I'm gonna put this in the description box of this actual video as well. I'm about to go do that right now, so I don't forget. However, this is the link if you would like to go read Bishop Lobamore's um, four counts against him. You can go look at them there. I did drop the link, and like I said, I am going to put it in this video just in case if you need to reference it back at any point. Okay, just in case you need to reference it back. Hold on one second. Let's see. Live. Let's see. Okay, we got 56 likes. That's cool. That's good. That's good. That means that people came in, whether they stayed and watched, they still supported, and I appreciate that. Thank you for liking the video. Okay. All right. So it has been saved. So you can go click that download. And that is the press release. And it has all of the documents on that particular page. Okay. All of the documents. All right. With that being said, again, y'all, I'm up out of here. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. And I'll see you guys in the morning. Peace and blessings. Absolutely. Justice for Shanquilla. All day, every day, baby. All right, y'all. I'll see y'all later.